What's up, everyone, and welcome back, or welcome. This is your first visit. My name is Matt. On this channel, I review brand new cars. Today, I'm back here at Hyundai of St. Augustine, Florida, with this 2026 Hyundai Palisade. Now, this is the SEL convenience, somewhat more affordable version of the Palisade. I've already done the XRT Pro as well as the Calligraphy, the two highest trim levels. Let's see what we have on this one. Today, I'm going to take in a complete tour of it. We're going to check it out, exterior, interior, technology, and of course, the test drive. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, consider subscribing, and now let's get back to this. Palisade's been in Hyundai's lineup since 2020, so for the last 5 years, it's been one of the best-selling SUVs in its class, alongside with its sibling, of course, Kia Telluride. It took a lot of the market share from the competitors. Now, the competitors are not sleeping, but neither is Hyundai, and with this 2026 redesigned, they're hoping to gain even a larger market share. Well, let's take a look and see what we have on this SEL convenience package. And the front end, it's kind of love it or hate it. And let me know your opinion on it in the comment section below. It definitely looks different. It looks blockier. It kind of looks like the Minecraft movie vehicle, right? We have the LED daytime running lamps, the big ones right on the side here. And of course, we have the headlamps. They're all LED, high beams, low beams, the whole 9 yards. Scrolling down here, you can see that there are louvers that are open to add more air into the engine, but help with the cooling off of this engine. And we have this big grille with some chrome. We also have this blade light that goes across of it. It glows right now. I'm not sure if you can see that. There's some chrome accents in it and this kind of polished aluminum Hyundai logo right in front of the hood. Now, hood is nice and flat. Let's pop it open. Let's see what's underneath it. All of the non-hybrid Palisades are sharing the same powertrain, which is 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6, 287 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission that can either be a front-wheel drive like this one or an all-wheel drive. The front-wheel drive will get you about 21 miles per gallon combined, 19 in the city, 25 on the expressway. We're definitely going to check out how it handles and how it drives at the end of this video. What else we have underneath the hood? We have the hood struts, we have some sound insulation, overall looking pretty cool. And of course, before we start driving it, let's take a look at a side profile of it, where that blocky design continues of it. It is a large vehicle, but it actually looks larger than it actually is. Let's talk about the dimensions. So the total length of the vehicle, depending on the model that you choose from, goes from 199.2 to 200.4, and that depends on the bumper style, I guess, and whether it has the hitch or not. As far as the wheelbase, we have 116.9, width at 78 inches and height at 69.5. Vehicle weighs about 4,700 pounds. And we're going to talk about cargo volume once we get in. As you can see, there is no gas tank door on this side, which means it is on the driver's side. And let's take a look at this SEL convenience, standard wheels on it. Now we have the 18-inch rims. 235 by 65 is the tire side. Overall looking pretty good. We have the matte black cladding around the wheel wells and the matte black cladding with this polished aluminum trim right at the bottom there. Now inside the mirror, even on this semi-base trim level, we'll find the turn signals. We also have the blind spot assist, and you can lock or unlock this vehicle as long as the key is somewhere on you by either sticking your hand inside of it or pushing the door handle, touching the door handle. Now we have this new Palisade or new Hyundai key. There's kind of an egg-shaped design. So we have the lock, unlock, hold to start the vehicle, hold for the panic button, and on the side we have hold for the power liftgate, because yes, you get the power liftgate on this SEL convenience package as well. Now the bottom of the window is finished with the matte black. The top of it is kind of this satin chrome. We also have the roof rails up on top and this satin chrome trim right in the back that kind of breaks it up, giving it a little bit more luxurious feel, in my opinion. And here's where I like this. Actually, the front end, maybe not so much, but the back end looks really sharp. We have the fully LED lights, of course, right on the side here, and those are the tail lamps. So reverse lights. So actually, reverse lights are mounted down at the bottom, but we have the tail lamps and turn signals here. We have the wiper that's hidden underneath this gate spoiler, which includes brake light right here that's incorporated in it. Big Hyundai logo, Palisade spelled out, and then the tow hitch underneath. Now, this one doesn't have it, but if it did, 5,000 pounds towing capacity, and we have some sensors in the back. Rear view camera, as you can see, and yes, we do have the power liftgate. Let's open this up, and let's see how much room we have behind the third row seat. And here you'll find about 19 cubic feet of storage, which is not the best in its class. Matter of fact, it trails behind like the Honda Pilot or Toyota Grand Highlander, but I mean, it's still respectable as far as the storage space. We also have the 12-volt power outlet and the ability to fold down the second row seats from here. Now, the third row, it's manual as well as the second row too, but at least you can do it from here. Underneath here, we have another storage compartment. As you can see, you have the jack right here. You also have the cargo cover, and the spare tire is located underneath the vehicle. Now, if you drop the seats, which basically pull on the strap, let it drop. Okay, we can do the same thing with the second row seat, 1 and 2. So that goes to about 47 with the third row seat folded and about 87 with all seats folded. Again, it's behind some of the competitors, but it's not bad at all. And as we have this open, you can see that in the third row seat, we have the cup holders as well as the high power USB Type-C outlet. That's 100 watts, and another speaker up on top. You have the vents as well as the illumination. You also have the illumination right in the back here, and of course the ability to close the gate by pushing the button right here. And as always, the question comes in, does it have enough room for adults in the third row seat? Push the button right on top of here and move this middle seat out of the way. Let's see if it goes any further. Yeah, okay, so I'm almost 6 feet tall. Let's see if I can fit right here. Of course, I know the answer because I already reviewed a couple of them, but I'm going to let you see. So 6 foot tall adult, not much room, you know, the knees are kind of up, but if I move the seat all the way back, yes, I'm going to squish my knees. So I'd have to compromise with the person that's in the middle row seat. I can still fit, but for the shorter drives, not for a long trip. Now, I have about 2 inches over my head, which is good, right? I also have pretty good shoulder room. I don't know if 3 people my size would fit in here, but 3 kids for sure. So definitely more of a kid-friendly third row seat. The situation is quite different right here. In the second row seat, where a 6 foot tall adult have plenty of room. Now I have about 4 inches, maybe more above my head, plenty of shoulder room and plenty of knee room with this seat adjusted to my regular driving position. We're going to take a look at the rest of this interior. So we have the manual sunshade right here, which is always a plus. Now, this is where you see some of the savings versus the higher trim levels, because we have a lot of the hard plastic materials, which you don't see on that higher trim level, like the calligraphy or even the X Pro XRT. Now we have the soft touch as far as the armrest, which is nice and comfortable, a cup holder, window control, more storage at the bottom, and the speaker. We also have this alerting system right here to see if something or someone is coming when you open the door. Now this is a 7-passenger configuration, so you have the captain chairs, and they're dressed in H-Tax, which is the Hyundai syntax leather, basically synthetic leather, man-made. It's not the real deal, as you'll find on the calligraphy. Now push this button to move the seat out of the way. As you can see, nice. Even if you have the child seat on it, it's going to be able to do just that. And we have some design here. So this perforated in the middle, solid on at the side. You have some adjustments on the seat itself. Nothing right in between, right? So cup holders, let's see if we have any more of them. No, we have like the drawer for storage. And this is kind of a missed opportunity. We don't have anything right here in this middle console. Now, if you're looking for the charging, you have the 100-watt USB Type-C ports on this. This just looks awfully blank. Now, let me know what you think about that. Now, the controls for the climate control are actually mounted up on top. So you still have them. So you still have your controls right here. No heated or ventilated seats in the second row, just the standard climate control. Vents, illumination, grab handle, regular sunroof. We also have more storage right here in the seat backs. And let's move on, see what's going on in the front. Because that's where I assume if you buy this car, you're going to spend most of your time. But before I'll show this to you, let's listen to the sound of the closing door. And that is very solid. I commented on it on the higher trim levels, but I also commented that this front door panel is missing something. It's like almost too plain. It's kind of like this middle console in the back. There's nothing here. This is all hard plastic, hard material with a door handle, window mirror, lock controls, more storage with the cup holders and a speaker. Now you have the power adjustment for the driver and the passenger seat. Now let's see, because I know that a lot of people were asking me on some of the different cars whether it has a height adjustment for the passenger seat. So check this out. Here's your passenger seat. Now we go up. No, it doesn't go up. It only goes forward, front, backwards, and then it kind of tilts. So, I mean, you can say that, there you go. Yeah, we can do it. Look at this. It goes quite a bit up. So it has a height adjustment even for the shorter people, so you can see above the dashboard. Now, I'm going to jump inside. I'll show the rest of this interior. Of course, we need to hear how the door sounds from the interior. All right, very solid as well. So here's the interior of this 2026 Hyundai Palisade SEL convenience package. Well, let's get this started. Here's how you start the car. See this little engine start-stop button that's mounted on this gear shifter right here. So push the brake pedal, turn it on, let the car come to life, and voila, this is what it is. Now, we have some softer material on top of the dashboard, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the fan or lower it down a little bit. We still have the 12.3-inch screen for the infotainment system and another one for the instrument cluster. As far as the steering wheel, we have the new design of the steering wheel from Hyundai with a whole bunch of buttons, and of course 4 dots that stands for H and Morse code. We have the attention assist, the regular stalks in the back to turn on your lights, turn signals, and wipers on the other side. What's new, of course, in this new Palisade is where you start the car and where you shift the gears. Now, we've seen that in the Santa Fe, I think that first came out. So twist it to the front, we go in drive, twist it to the back, we go in reverse, and push it to engage the park mode. All right, so what else do we have on the steering wheel? On the left-hand side, pages button allows you to control what's and change stuff in the instrument cluster. We of course have the adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. On the right hand side we have 2 customizable buttons, the mode and the start button, of course up and down volume control, phone, and pedal shifters right here in the back. So let's check it out and see what we have. I don't have my favorite feature. So when I turn on the turn signals on the higher trim levels, you have that video monitoring blind spot, right? So that turns on in the gauges. You don't have that on the SEL convenience package. And it doesn't seem like this display is quite as nice as on the higher trim levels. But nevertheless, let's see what we have. Current trip, compass, lane keep assist. And that's pretty much it. Now we can go up and down to kind of see what else is here. So that's the current trip. And then we go since last reset, auto stop, tire pressure, miles per hour. Now on the left-hand side, you can see the range. So 365 miles range. And on the right-hand side, you have the temperature. In the middle, now we have speed. Let's see if there are any different designs for the cluster, and you can change a lot of this in the infotainment system. So the cluster gauge style, you can go for simple, okay, which is this, modern, or classic. Let's leave it at that. For some reason, the other one I didn't like it. Or you can also link it to the drive mode, which, you know, if you hit the drive mode button, you have the eco, normal, sport, and my drive. And if you go for the all-wheel drive, I believe you also get the terrain modes too. But those are linked to the drive mode right now. That's pretty much what we have in the instrument cluster. Let's move on to the infotainment system, where I'm going to hit the home button at the bottom and see what we have. So first of all, the map. Standard, even on this fairly base trim, as you can see, that comes standard. But if you didn't like what Hyundai is offering us in terms of a map, you can always use the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, which are wireless. We have the regular stereo. We don't have any of the high-end premium stereo as far as the font projection. So you can see Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You can connect it either via wire or wireless, your choice. Voice memo allows you to record a short voice message, whether, you need to have a subscription for it, but in case it is too hard to look outside the window, hopefully not, especially when you're driving, you can see what the weather is looking like and will look like in the past. You can catch up on the sports, valet mode, setup, Hyundai Pay, vehicle diagnostic, service maintenance, HD radio data, notifications, and online manual. It basically gives you a QR code to the owner's manual. Go back here, and did I miss the setup? In setup, you open up and you have tons of features that you can customize on this vehicle. For example, buttons. Okay, all of these buttons can be assigned to a certain function, which you can easily do yourself. General settings, system info, date, time, language, keyboard, etc. Very nice in terms of even the fairly basic infotainment system. Now I'm going to put this in reverse, as I just did, and we have the regular camera. So we don't have in the 360. The quality is decent. It's quite good. Let's see what other options we have. So we have 3 different angles for the camera, depending on what you're using it for. This is, of course, for towing, to make sure that your hitch aligns with the trailer. And then we have the wide angle here as well. No front view camera, anything like this. I'm just going to leave it in this middle mode with the trajectory lines that are active as well. And then moving down here. So we have the auto hold button. This is for your brakes. Of course, you come up to the stop sign or the stop light. You press your brake pedal, you engage the auto hold. The vehicle will not move, even if in gear, until you push the accelerator. Then we have the volume and tune knob, home map, search, media, seek, track, another custom button and setup shortcut here. And we have the tune on the other side, parking brake camera. We also have another screen right here just for your climate control, and that's basically what it is. Even on the SEL convenience package, you have heated seats, which is an option really needed right here in Florida, especially at 90 degrees, but it comes standard. Kind of wish we had some ventilation here as well. And then if you want to scroll down here, you have more power. Okay, 12-volt power outlet here, more storage. Okay, like the owner's manual, the actual physical owner's manual is laying down there for this vehicle. Again, you have the data port right here through the USB Type-C and 2 charging ports. So you have the 100-watt max. It's a really super quick charging. We have the big cup holders, wireless charging pad that's right here. Push the button, open up this console to reveal more storage up here. All right, on right here we have this sticker, but let me see, I just want to see what that is. It kind of looks like the simulated wood grain trim, like that gray wood grain, but kind of wish there was something that kind of breaks this thing apart. It's very functional, it's very good looking, but I think it's just missing something, especially on the door on the right hand side. Let me know what you think about it, what your thoughts are. We're going to continue and scroll up here. And this is a frameless mirror, and up on top you have the ability to force open the sunroof. We have the manual sunshade, and the sunroof has a tilt or slide feature, whichever one you choose. And if you don't like to be blinded by the sun, just simply close the cover. We have the LED lights and illuminated mirror for the driver here. And here it is. This is the interior of this 2026 Hyundai Palisade. Let me know what you think about it. We're going to talk about pricing and take it for a spin. Here we are on Hyundai's website. There are 6 different trim levels available. 5 of them are available as a front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. XRT Pro comes standard with all-wheel drive. The base trim is SE starting at $39,435, so just under 40. But once you add that $14,995 destination, you're going to be at like almost $41,000. It's available at the front-wheel drive. And all-wheel drive will add another $2,000 to the price. The SEL convenience, which is the one that I'm sitting in right now, $43,370. Again, $45,370 for the all-wheel drive. And it adds some nice features like the H-Tex trim seats, the captain chairs, the power liftgate, and several more. SEL Premium, now that adds the heated and ventilated front and second row seats. So if that's something that's important to you, that one is at $45,300, so $2,000 difference essentially from SEL Convenience to Premium. And then we have the heated steering wheel, surround view monitor. So some nice options here. The XRT Pro, I reviewed that vehicle already, $49,870. And then we have $49,770, which technically is $100 cheaper than the XRT Pro. But with the front wheel drive, once you add the all-wheel drive limited, would be more expensive. And the top of the line, of course, is the calligraphy. And that starts at $54,560. At the all-wheel drive, we're going to be at $58,000. So here's the thing, guys. There's $14,000 difference between this and the calligraphy, which is the top of the line trim. There's a lot of difference in equipment, but the questions you have to ask yourself whether you need that equipment or not. And we're going to start driving this vehicle. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what my thoughts on the price is and maybe vent a little bit about the car pricing in general, because I know I'm not the only one that is complaining about everything is going up, with the exception of my earnings. But we're going to start this quick test drive with the turning radius. There's the end of the rope, which is a little bit wider. So I'm going to be able to actually make a circle right here, turn the steering wheel all the way to the left. And there you go. Make a circle. See if I can get this all turned around. Yes. So not bad. It's also very quiet on the inside too. And it has a very nice visibility. You can see everything what's going on. Very few blind spots because we have these little triangle windows in the front as well. I can even see what's going on in the back, even with this armrest, not armrest, but headrest extended a little bit. And overall, it feels very, very spacious on the interior here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to move this seat up and raise it up, which I rarely do in the vehicle its size. So really swimming in room as far as the driver and passenger. No, that's probably at a cost of the back room in the back seat. Kind of wish that they made the back seat slightly bigger and maybe a little bit more room for cargo. But I'm going to check out the quietness of the ride. That's important. I have a 2025 Honda Pilot, and one of my biggest, things that I dislike about that EXL Pilot that we have is that it's really loud, that we have a lot of road noise coming into the cabin, and you can hear almost everything. There's road noise right here. Now we are on the very good quality road. So I'm going to see if I get out on the lower grade road, if that's going to be the same. But so far, so good. Decent size mirrors, so no complaints here. Now back to my venting about car pricing. I've been in the business for a long time. Now I don't work for a dealership, so don't ask me for pricing. I don't sell these vehicles. I just want to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into, reviewing and checking out, walking around different trim levels. So hopefully you like that. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But back to pricing. ADHD kicks in. The average price of a 3-row family SUV is about this. It's about $45,000. And what does it do to the affordability of a vehicle as such? Now, simply put, $45,000, you add some fees, you add some taxes. Let's just give or take, you're going to be at right around $50,000. If you were to finance the whole thing, your payment for 5 years, which was the long-term loan not too long ago, would be close to $1,000. Now, manufacturers or banks are coming out with a longer term to kind of compensate for the high prices of the vehicles. But what does that mean? That you're going to have a loan for 6 or 7 years and still have about $700-800 payment, which is ridiculous, unless, of course, you can purchase cash. And I'm planning to do the whole video on that, so we're not going to dwell too much about it. But that's just some observation from few years ago till now of how that completely changed. Of course, the interest rates are not helping out. Now, back to this vehicle. We're going to take it on this faster road and see the acceleration and see how this vehicle feels in real life, regular conditions right here. Okay, so merging in traffic, first of all, this is the important part, right? To see if you can catch up with the traffic and see if you can get out of the way of somebody that might be already on the road. No issues here. We got it up to about 48. I wasn't gunning it. I wasn't too hard on it. And good news is I'm coming up to the red light, so hopefully I'll be able to do like the stop to maybe like 50 or 60 acceleration, so we can see how that does. And here we go. Step on it. Now we got a 30, 40, and 50. I'll just leave it at that. 58. That does its job, right? I mean, it's not a bad acceleration. It's a naturally aspirated V6, so you have a very smooth power delivery. The 8-speed automatic transmission does its job. I kind of wish that they maybe did a 9-speed. 10 might be an overkill, but 9-speed might improve the gas mileage a little bit. Now, it's also important to know that the Palisade is coming out with the hybrid version, and that's going to be a 4-cylinder hybrid SUV, supposedly over 30 miles to a gallon. Now, I'm waiting for that to arrive at the dealership. I was told that it's going to be another several months before that happens, but I'll keep an eye out, because Hyundai is known for just dropping the cars at the dealership lot and then go like, oh, it's here already. So yeah, definitely we'll come back and review one and take a look at it and see if that's a good option as well. But for now, we have the regular non-hybrid internal combustion engine, 3.5 liter. They changed that from the 3.8 liter last year. I mean, I don't see much difference in terms of performance. And overall, it is a good vehicle, nice vehicle, right? The SEL convenience, you can see that it's a fairly base trim. We don't have the fancy stereo, no 360 camera, no panoramic sunroof. The sides right here, the door inserts here are very plain. So is that little console in the back, kind of missing something. So I wish they kind of make up some trim around it or something to break it up. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I hope you like this video. I hope you learned something about this brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SEL convenience. And if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and check out the rest of my channel. If you like automotive content and want to see more of that, consider subscribing. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.